What's up, family? I'm gonna let a few hundred of y'all jump in and then I'm gonna go in. What's up, family? Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Can you hear me okay? Are we good on sound? Are we good on sound? Can somebody let me know? We good? Um, Let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're coming in from. Let me know what country you're repping. If this is your first time joining me on a live, you know that the comments move pretty fast. Even when I put them in slow motion, they still move fast. So when I start reading your comments, sometimes the comment will get lost in the shuffle, and I'll try my best to find it, but sometimes I can't find it. It just takes too much time trying to locate the comment. But it's not like I'm ignoring you or anything. The only type of comments that I ignore are comments that are disrespectful, that are comments that are off topic, and usually when somebody write in all caps, when somebody write in all caps, or they type in all caps, it just makes my head hurt. It feels like somebody's yelling at me. So I can read your comments just fine, just in regular type and in regular text. I will see that regular text comment just as clear and easy as I could see one that's in bold text. It's just when I'm reading it, it just has a different tone. Columbus checking in. What's up, Michael Rhodes? Lakeisha Lee, St. Louis. What's up, Lakeisha? LaShawn Thomas. I see you. Hey, appreciate you. LaShawn, salute, man. LaShawn be riding with me, man. Salute, homie. Let's see who we got here. Detroit. What the business is, Detroit. What's up, Columbus? Oh, yeah, Mike Rose, okay. Who is that? Tyree Barnes, St. Louis. Lakeisha, St. Louis. St. Louis back to back up in this joker. Ralph Worley, what up, Ralph? Antonio Washington, H-Town in the building. H-Town represented yesterday for Nip's visual. Yeah, Florida by way of Massachusetts, CC. I see you, CC. Griffin Curtis Griffin, what up? Quincy X, Big Q, New Orleans. Sweet Jones, Oklahoma. What's up, Celeste? Gary Reynolds, Detroit. Who was that on the super chat there? There goes Steve Wiley. For sure, classmate. Forrest Brook, 86. Well, we had some good times at the Brook. The Imperial, wow, many people from Milwaukee or Wisconsin, my hometown. Yep, Milwaukee be checking in this bad boy. LA girl living in the A, powerful being. Yeah, we see you. I see you, Gary Reynolds. OG Chevy rider. Philosophy of hustle, the Don. Bama in the building. Shay Brown, appreciate you. Anthony Coward, Brooklyn. What's up, Brooke? Who is that? Doogie, who is that? Doogie, I saw something in Florida. Quincy X, what up? Okay, there we go. Doogie 54, checking in from Kansas, Missouri. Kansas City, Missouri. Kenny Simp, what up? What up? Well, I can't just say Kenny Simp. I gotta say Kenny Simpson, you know. They didn't took the word, man. They took half your name, man, and turned it into something else. I gotta call you by your full name. Let's see. Eastwood D Funky Town, what up? What up? What up? Fort Worth in the building. Joseph Matthews, Detroit checking in, boy. Detroit up in this bad boy. Antonio Washington, H-Town. What we got here? Abdul Shadiq, what up, Abdul? Be more in the building. When you're from Baltimore, they say Baltimore. They say, like, you got to be from Baltimore to know or know some people in Baltimore. They like to say Baltimore. Baltimore in the building. What's up, Michael M. Fume? What's up, Nigel McGill? Appreciate you. Hey, when y'all drop y'all comments on the super chat, make sure you let me know where you're coming in from, what you're repping. Stephen Adams, Louisville. And I'm telling you, the reason why I like to do that is not just for me to know where I'm coming in, where you guys are coming in from and, who I'm reaching, but it's also to show, a sense of harmony. You dig what I'm saying? Like unity so that we can all see that, we share a lot of, the same thoughts and interests. So you might be in Beaumont, Texas, but it's somebody in Vermont that feel exactly like you feel about a particular subject, because we don't have to agree on everything. And we can be adults here and agree to disagree with respect. And so I don't mind people coming on, you don't have to agree with me. I mean, I don't make these videos. I'm not that big of a fool, and I'm not arrogant like that. I don't mind people disagreeing with me. In fact, when they do, if they're making sense, I'm looking to learn. So if there's something that I may not be hip to, hip me. I'm just not that big of a fool where I feel like I know everything and I can't learn something from somebody else. Hell, I study little children. I can learn something from a 5-year-old. RT25, what up, Bronx? Tucson, Arizona in the building. Who was that? Mike G. What's up, Mike? Shadrick Dion. Is that Shadrick Dion or is it Dion Shadrick? Virginia in this bad boy. Killeen in here. That's what I'm talking about. My little small towns, my B markets, my C markets. I appreciate y'all just like I appreciate the big cities. Yeah, represent. I see Holland up in this bad boy. Who is that from Holland? That's Maureen Valport. That's Valport. Maureen Valport, Holland. What's up, Maureen? Let's see. David Yancey, Virginia Beach, Myron Benson. What up, Myron? I got a homeboy named Myron. That's a unique name. Jessica Rabbit, what's up? Aim Hall, El Paso. You dig? That's where Beto O'Rourke from. That's what Beto represent, El Paso, Texas. Okay, so Nashville, Tennessee is in the building. And I'll give a couple more shout outs and I'm gonna go in. Samuel Adams, Jackson, Mississippi. Terrell, Texas in the building. Yeah. Chicago, finally seeing somebody from Chicago. Chicago normally be deep up in this bad boy. Then I see Chicago and it's back to back. What's up, Shy? I didn't catch y'all names, but I see y'all representing. So for starters, y'all, RIP Nipsey Hussle. We had a visual in Houston for him yesterday. It was beautiful. Trey the Truth put it together. And people showed up, showed out. It was all love. It was peace. We played his music. We had artists come out who presented artwork of Nipsey. It was a beautiful thing. It was a community event. People even brought their little children out in strollers. It was very important. And it really felt harmonious. So, everybody coming out, being relatable. We was just there to really just lean on each other and love on each other. That's really what vigils are about. Just really, just showing your appreciation and respect, for those who have transitioned, and showing the family how much that person was appreciated. So there's a video out. It's been out for a while, but Nip is talking about being from the hood and having come into success and how dangerous that can be to be around those who don't have as much as you have or have nothing. And how that can build up envy, how people can look at that and despise you so much that they want to take your life. So what that did was spur a number of conversations about people who actually make it out, their responsibility, what their responsibility is to actually give back. And is it worth it to go back and give back, put yourself in the line of fire, put yourself in a situation where you could potentially be murdered by a self-hating, loathing piece of shit. I think it's important that we remember Nip knew, just like so many other people that do go back and give back and that build in the hood, Nip knew the consequences. He knew that there was a potential for danger to come his way. But his love for his people outweighed any danger that he may have faced. And that's where I'm at. My love for my people outweighed any fear that I may have. It outweighed any danger, any potential danger that I may feel that may come my way because of who I am and what I stand for. It's important for people to remember that you don't have to build in the hood for harm to come your way. You don't have to be in the hood for harm to come your way. You can go out and buy some property in rural America, and somebody could plot to take your life because they want that property. And that does happen. And it doesn't just happen to Black people. It happens all the time to all kinds of people, because we're dealing with something that is not of this world. There are wicked people in this world, and they come in all forms. Oftentimes it's people you know, it's family members, it's friends, it's longtime friends, it's people you grew up with, it's people who have sat at the table at your parents' house and eaten your parents' food, had their bellies nourished from your mother or your father, and they will take your life. So we have to be careful that we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, cut our nose off to spite our face, and have this knee-jerk reaction where there's a mass exodus of Black people who wants to invest in the neighborhood, who decides that, you know what, well, that's a bad idea. They killed Nip and that's it. That dude was a sucker. And there are many more suckers like him all over the world, specifically in the hood. But there are many, many, many more people who are not like him. That's indicative of the people who have been showing up and showing out for Nip ever since that we got news of this happening. All these people that have been participating in the visuals, all the people that have been online sharing their thoughts, sharing their stories about Nip, all the people that have been grieving, all the people who have expressed condolences, extended condolences to the family, to the friend. Man, that was a sucker, and that sucker, even though there is many suckers like him, the good outweighed the bad in the hood. I could tell you that for a fact. Most cats in the hood, most people in the hood are grateful that somebody made it out, because it gives them hope. And sometimes hope is all a person needs to get up off their butt and go out there and do something and make something of themselves, to change their life for the better, to want more for their children. Sometimes that's all it takes is hope. So Nip didn't allow anybody to rob him of his hope. And he expressed and he gave hope to so many people. You can lose a lot of things, but once you lose hope, it's a wrap. I don't think that's what Nip would want. Especially, you know, I've been to some of these celebrities. I understand, man. You know, it's dangerous. I mean, I can't. If you ain't got it in you, man, you don't have the fortitude. I got it. I get it. I can't blame. I'm not going to go in on you. I'm not going to try to hold your feet to the fire. I would just challenge you to not give up so fast. I would not myself. I am going to continue to invest in the hood. I am going to continue to go around my family members who live in the hood, my friends. Now, I'm not going to be out there hanging on the block like I'm still on the block. I'm not going to do that. That would be foolish. Because it's not just about those few outcasts that's in the hood that make the whole hood look bad. See, that's one dude, y'all. It's the police too. The police have no respect for the hood. So they go around and harass people all the time. And that's what we got to remember, y'all. That's one fool, one clown. And we just, so many of us have just allowed this fool to just shake us to our core as a community. And so many people just say, you see there? Where I go, whoa. Why does one person, why do we allow one person's transgressions to affect all of us? Or we allow one person's transgressions to harm all of us? Why do we allow that? Why can't one person stand on their own merit? One person who commits a crime, I don't care if he's black, whatever color he is. If somebody white commits a crime, that white person committed that crime. He's a lone wolf. That was his idea. He did it by himself. He gets punished and that's it. The whole white community don't take the L. Why do we have to take the damn L for some idiot that went out here and killed our king? Why does the whole community have to suffer? Why does all the other people that had the potential to be assisted by people who have more and that can help them, why do they have to suffer for this one damn fool? We got to get off of that. When a black person commits a crime, yes, I shake my head and I say, man, that's messed up. But I don't feel that when that person commits a crime that I should be persecuted, and I don't feel persecuted. I look at that fool like that's one individual. That's him. He did that to himself. That fool did whatever he did. That's his ass. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing. What he eat don't make me shit. That has nothing to do with me. So we gotta get back. We gotta get off of that. All you cats out there who making money on the block, who making money downtown, who's making money wherever you are, and you got it, and you know, and you've been thinking about doing it, man, do it. Do it. I just refuse to live in fear. I'm not, to keep in mind, like I said, I'm not a fool. I'm not gonna be going in places and hanging out in places and hanging out where I feel like my life, I'm gonna put my life at risk. But you gotta move around in this world, and you can get got at the gas station. You know, it doesn't matter. You can live behind those walls. You can live behind your gated community. At some point, you got to come outside of those gates. At some point. At some point, you got to go past that guard at the gate. That guard at the guardhouse. At some point, your children have to go out, and they're going to go to a party that you ain't going to be able to control the environment. You're not going to know everybody who's in that party, every little kid that's in that party. Now, a lot of us, we look at the bad kid in the neighborhood. Sometimes that kid might be 12, 11, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17. We say, oh man, that kid that bad, he just horrible. What if instead of everybody like this, oh, I'm gonna stay away from him, stay away from him, stay away from him. What if somebody said, you know what? I'm gonna befriend this person and I'm gonna try to like positively influence this person. And you know what? Instead of just always taking the good kids to the game, I'm gonna ask this little kid, hey man, you wanna go to the game? Imagine what kind of impact that would have on a kid who never gets invited to the party, who never gets invited to the game, who never gets invited to the concert. Imagine what would happen if you gave that kid a ticket. and you say, come on with me, come on, come ride with me. You may just save somebody. You may save yourself. That kid could be the kid that decided to squeeze off on you. Imagine if somebody had reached the dude who squeezed off on Nip. Imagine if somebody reached him 15 years ago. We might still have Nip here. So we can't turn our back. Either directly or indirectly, we're all going to be affected. We can decide to do or don't. I decide to do, because I believe action speaks louder than words. And I just believe also that action in life, to me, is kind of like if I was engaged in a fight. If I was fighting a big bad person, somebody that everybody feared, and that person tried to steal off on me. Okay, this person gonna swing on me anyway. He gonna steal off on me anyway. So why not get a few licks in? If I gotta fight anyway, I'm not just gonna take it and just lay down. If you're gonna swing on me anyway, well, I'm gonna swing on your ass back. So I feel like we've tried to alienating ourselves from one another already. We've tried not giving back already. We've tried getting what we can get for ourselves and running as fast as we can away from our communities. Why not try the other way around? Why not try something different? Because one way or the other, we're all affected. As a community, we're all going to be affected. If there is not a push for the betterment of everybody in the community. Now, don't get me wrong, I know we can't save everybody. I get that. Some of these fools got to die. Some of these fools got to go. Some of them got to be put down. And it's going to take the people who really say, that's my hood, I love my hood, I love my people, I'm riding for my daughter, my son. Well, action speaks louder than words. I don't see how you're gonna ride on your daughter, or ride for your son, or ride for your daughter, or whatever, and you sitting up in jail and another man taking care of your kids. I don't see how you riding for your daughter or your son when you're sitting around in the house and your kids are on the floor and some fools out there just running up and down the street shooting and doing whatever they want to do and being disrespectful. You got your whole neighborhood under siege. How is that having love for your hood? I don't want to love a hood like that. I ain't loving no damn hood that much. Where the hood is under siege and I love it. Hell no. Say what you want to say about me, but I ain't loving no damn hood that's under siege. If I love my hood, I'm gonna try to do better for my hood. Doing better for my hood is not sitting my scary ass in the house and letting the thugs and the hoodlums run wild and making it unsafe for the women and the children. And even myself. That is not keeping it real. That is not G. That's not OG, it's not young G. It's stupid. Nip did the right thing, man. He knew the consequences just like everybody else. You can't predict that some fool is gonna run up on you and kill you. Roger Troutman, jealous brother, killed him at his house. I believe it was at his house, but it wasn't in the hood on the block. Marvin Gaye's father killed him. It wasn't in the hood on the block. When you have people that's close to you, in your circle, or not in your circle, just people that can get close to you, that you know, that you're familiar with. Oftentimes, those are the people that do take you down. And that dude got close enough to Nip to shake his hand a few times, so that could have happened anywhere. That could have happened when Nip was coming outside of leaving a club. It could have happened anyway. It didn't have to happen in the hood. It could have happened anyway. It could have happened when he was leaving the mall or inside of a mall. It could have happened anywhere. It is very hard to stop a determined mind. When somebody is determined, it is very hard to stop that. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh, man. This takes a lot of energy out of me, y'all, when I talk about this, man. It takes a lot of energy out of me. It is very emotionally draining. Serenity. Who was that? Serenity after all. Appreciate you. Good day, Mr. D. They smile in your face. All the while they want to take your place. The backstabbers. Yeah, real talk. Real talk. Appreciate you. What's up, Renetta Kennedy? Annette Otay. What's up with you? What's up, Arian Smith? Appreciate you. Who was that? The Underrated Darkness. What's up? What's up? Billy Williams, I see you. Fort Worth, Texas in the building. I came all the way out to see the Nip dedication and got that great funny speech from you. It was amazing. Met Jay Prince at the Turkey Leg, my first time, and damn, thank you for all you do. I love you, my guy. Appreciate you, man. Good message. Thank you, man. It's a little inspiration for the day for me, y'all. Bunky Bionic. Appreciate your wisdom, big homie. What's up, ADOS? Tangibles 2020. Yeah, ADOS, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, man. I gotta leave here, go to the hospital, visit a good friend. Today is just gonna be one of those days, man. It's gonna be one of those days. Okay, Keneva Johnson, what up? What up, Greg Yance? If you're just checking in, y'all, I know my people that know, and they know already. But if you're just checking in, it's your first time coming on my live. Let me know what city you're coming from, or what city you represent, what state. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're repping. Fredo knows best. Truly love your courage, my brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Fredo. Tony Betos, Ados. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Who is that? Isaac Wren, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm black and I'm proud. ATL. Fort Hood, Texas. Texas in the building today. Texas representing. Who is that? Hattsville, Hyattville. My bad. Hyattville, Maryland. Teresa Simmons. Dennis Jackson. What's up, Dennis? Asian Greg Bizzle. Germany in here. Andrew, what was that? Andre Carswell, Germany. That's what's up. Richard Pettaway. No, that's not Pettaway. That's Pettigrew. I had a former principal, assistant principal named Mr. Pettaway. That's why I said Pettaway, but it's not Pettaway, it's Pettigrew. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Greenville, South Carolina in the building. Brittany, I see you. What's up, Sean? Frank Griffin, Lubbock, Texas. I say Lubbock, but it's actually Lubbock. Chuck, I see you. Phoenix, Arizona. Billy Williams. Tell you I love you, my friend, and I'll protect your legacy. Yeah, that's what's up. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, homie. Love you back. Joe Johnson. You heard, Willie D, you heard from Scarface lately? Yeah, man. I talked to Brad yesterday, man. Yeah, I talked to Brad yesterday. In fact, we're actually going to be on the Tom Joyner. We're going to play the Tom Joyner cruise Sunday. Yeah. So that should be very interesting. I'm not really a cruise type person. I went on a cruise years ago and I freaked out once we got way out into the water and I didn't see any kind of land. All I saw was sky and water. I was like, oh man. I'll tell y'all about that one day. But man, yeah. So this will be my first cruise in damn, what, 20 something years. Yeah. Sean Maddox. What's up, Sean? Yeah. C-Rock, Portland, Oregon in the building. What's up, Quietly Known? I see you. Y'all make sure y'all smash up those likes. Smash up the likes, smash up the likes. If you're just coming in, if this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Actually, they call it a subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I guarantee you, it won't take long for me to give you some news you can use. You know, I try to hit you with something daily, like several times a day, actually. St. Louis, Montreal Dickinson. What's up, Montreal? What's up, Baton Rouge up the street? 4-hour drive, Quentin Williams. James Brown. That's a hell of a name to live up to, man. The news, St. Louis up in here, always listening. Sharon. Is that Sharon? Sharon. Okay. Strawberry Rain. What's up, Miami, Florida? P on the beat. Brian Murphy. Is that Brandon Shaney? St. Louis up in here. The True Royal Family, Oaktown. What's up, Oaktown? Activist City. The boys about that action in Oakland. They don't just sit around and complain. Okay, Terrence B. What's up, Terrence B? Pac-Man Big B. Was it Pompano? Pompano Beach, Florida. Am I saying that right? Pompano. Yeah, I'm almost certain that's right. Okay. Nathan, Dallas Fort Worth in the building. Fifth Ward up in here. Starship. What's up, Starship? Wade May, Athens, Georgia. Anthony Smith, Camden, New Jersey. Deborah Williams, the UK in the building. Salute from Richtown, California. So here's a good question. For Life says, does the music you and Face and the gangster rap harm the community? What he's trying to say is that, does the music that we make harm the community? I think that's a fair question. But I think when you talk about Ghetto Boys, I think you need to know who you're talking about. I think you need to know our music, and you need to know what our message is. The Ghetto Boys has never glorified any type of bad activity. We always, if we talked about it, we always gave you scenarios, and we gave you answers, and we gave you exit strategies. That was always our thing. Now, some people hear the song and they hear the gangster part, and they run with that gangster part, and they ignore the precautionary warnings, because you know how it is. People hear what they want to hear. So if you hear a song and it says, if you hear the part of My Mind Playing Tricks and you say, you know, all you hear is that thought it was cane, but it was gold metal flower. Put them up, you know, you start hearing stuff like, you know, put my pop on the suck, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. You be like, yeah, cocaine, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I hit that boy up with some gold metal flower, you know. I cracked the sheetrock on. I gave him some sheetrock, packaged that sheetrock, and da-da-da. If that's all you hear and you don't hear the warnings, I keep looking over my shoulder and peeping around corners. My mind's playing tricks on me. Late at night, something ain't right. You don't hear that? See, that people hear what they want to hear. So My Mind Playing Tricks was a precautionary tale of the drug life. But some people heard that and said, go. They smashed the gas. Some people heard it and pumped their brakes. So oftentimes, you really have to put things in perspective, because I like to tell people I'm responsible for what I say, not how you interpret it. And now, as an artist, I do believe that it is my responsibility to try to get you to interpret it in the best way possible that I think that it needs to be interpreted. But at the end of the day, people still have to exercise common sense. And people can't allow rappers to raise their children. Because guess what? When somebody's children come out good, when they do well in life, parents love taking the credit. Oh, that's my baby. Oh yeah, you know, look at me. You know, they taking all the pictures and this, oh, that's my baby. That's my baby. The minute they turn out wrong, they end up in jail, dead, junkied out. Man, that's that rap music. That's what's doing it. If you're gonna blame the music for the bad stuff, you gotta blame it for the people that turned out well and said that it motivated me to get my own business. It motivated me to be a family man. It motivated me to get out of the game. It motivated me to not be abusive toward my woman or my children. You know, it motivated me to get up out of that bed and get out there and get something. It motivated me to be a homeowner. You got to give the music credit for the good stuff, for the people that have turned out well, like many of you that's watching this program right now. And just like you give it credit for the bad stuff. So I'm one of the first artists to admit, I don't believe in being politically correct. I believe in being righteous. And so you got to give, I will be one of the first ones to say that music does have a huge impact, and music does have a negative impact on our youth and our community. But if it can have a negative effect, it can also have a positive effect, and it does. So, but at the end of the day, we have to be responsible for our own actions. I grew up poor. I listened to music with cuss words when I was younger. I used to listen to Richard Pryor, and I used to cuss my ass off when I was little. I'm saying when I was little, like I still don't, but actually I cuss a little less than I used to when I actually cuss less today as an adult than I did when I was a kid. That's crazy. But I listened to that music and I knew that I was in a bad situation. But at the same time, I also knew that I was responsible for my own actions. And I knew as young as 10 years old that I was responsible for my own actions. I knew that if I walked into that courtroom, that the judge would not consider my age, that the judge would not consider my my background, or the fact that I was raised by a single mother, I grew up in poverty. They don't care about none of that stuff. And that's what we have to get across to each other. We have to let people know. We have to understand that those people do not care. They're there. They're sitting there in judgment of you to put you in jail. They work for the prison industrial complex system. They're all in the same game. The police, the judges, the prosecutors, the warden, the CEOs, the private entities. They're all in it together. So when you go in there looking for mercy, you will find no mercy, because they don't care. It's a crap shot when you go against the grain and you commit that crime or you do something dirty. Once you walk in there, you're gonna actually walk in front of, go before these people who are actually in place to destroy your life, and you're gonna ask them for mercy. You're gonna beg for mercy. That's like somebody having a gun to your head and you're on your knees and you begging for your life. Man, do what you got to do. I ain't begging. Do what you got to do. But I'm not begging. If anything, I'm gonna be trying to wrestle that gun out of your hand and pop you up with it. But I ain't begging. I ain't going and begging. Don't beg for mercy. Don't go. Have some honor. Just try to stay out of their way. That's what you got to do. You have to stay out of their way. So, great question, For Life. I appreciate that. See, some artists would have ran from that question. They wouldn't even answered it. But that's a question that's reoccurring. A lot of people like to ask that question. And, you know, I'm not afraid to answer it. You know, it's like when you look at, you listen to, listen to some, listen to some of Ice Cube stuff. You know, Ice Cube had a song about street life or whatever, doing this here, doing whatever. Somebody hear that song like, yeah, gangster, that's what they yelling, yeah. But when you move forward and you hear the songs like Today Was a Good Day, or you hear, just a number of those songs that was on that album. What was the name of that album he did called, what was it called? Damn, what's the name of that album? I gotta look that up. What was it called? Let's see. I gotta get that album. This is very important. Let me see. Ice Cube discography. Death Certificate. That's it, man. Oh man, that album. Well, all of it, even the subsequent albums. Ice Cube always had a number of songs on his albums that was giving you game on how to survive, not just survive, but how to thrive. But you know, if you want, a lot of times people like to pick and choose, you know, what they want to have, and that's okay. But if you pick the wrong thing, don't blame somebody else, blame yourself. You know, all of our parents and teachers and coaches and instructors have told us through the years, our grandmothers and grandfathers have told us all through the years, how to avoid trouble. So, and then they told us how to avoid it, and then they would tell you how to actually get into it. Or you see other people getting into certain things and you decide. There's a choice. You decide to go this way. You could have went that way, but you decided to go this way. So, and then when you get in a jam, you know, it's everybody's fault but your own. You know, responsibility is kryptonite to some people. Raz Ox, what's up, man? Marcine Morgan, appreciate you. Ghetto Boys, my favorite group of all time. She inspired so many artists from Tupac to Biggie to Eminem to Kendrick and even the late great Nipsey Hussle. That's what's up. Appreciate you. Yeah. Terrence B. What's up, Terrence? What's up? The news is in the building. St. Louis. Brenton Knight. What up, Brenton? Yep. I'm gonna hit y'all with a few more shout outs. And then I'm gonna wrap. Let's see. I am Jams Radio. It's entrepreneur. Wallace Brown. Derek. Augustus St. Troy, Detroit. Who's that? Taki? Hualinga. What up, OG? Megan, Georgia. Mactown checking in. What's up? What's up, Lionel Decor? That's not Decor, that's Decor. What's up? New Orleans, baby. Yannick, for sure. What's up, Dustin Barnett? SA in the building. Jared John Lewis. Is that, no, that's actually Gene. Jared, Gene Lewis. What's good? What's up, Tommy Wayne, Detroit in the house. Bronx up in here, Glenda. What's up, Glenda? Queen Candace. Queen Candace, Connecticut. I met that's crazy. I met a young lady yesterday at Nipsey Hussle's vigil who is from Connecticut, and she's running for prosecutor in Houston. And she asked for my support. And I was like, you know, are you going to be fair to my people? It's a black lady. I said, you're going to be fair, or you're a mole, and you're just going to get up in here and try to, you know, play the game. You know, are you going to try to change the game or play the game? She's like, no, I'm changing the game. I said, well, I can rock with that. So you got to be straight up with these politicians and these people that say, you can't be afraid to, you know, take them to task and tell them what you want. You know, and if they get up in there and they don't do what they say they're going to do, like make sure that they got one term and that's it. Get them up out of there. Put somebody else in. You know, run it just like you run your relationships in life. Hey, you know how it is. You meet somebody and you like that person, and that person sell you the dream, and y'all start, you know, they get all the way in, and then they get your heart. Once they get your heart, then they start taking you for granted, and then they start being disrespectful, start ignoring you, neglecting you. Hey, what you do? You get rid of them. That's how we got to handle these politicians. We got to get rid of them and get us another one when they don't do what they said they're going to do, when they don't respect us, when they neglect us. We got to get rid of them and get another one. Okay, what was this? Shout out to my real Africans out there. What's your opinion on the narrative being casted by some Black celebrities that we need to abandon the inner city and stop trying to uplift our own? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right now. You know, so shout out to my real African said, what's your opinion on the narrative being casted by some Black celebrities that we need to abandon the inner city and stop trying to uplift our own? That just sounds stupid as hell. That don't even sound right. Think about that. Think about some other people, some other group of people out there saying, you know what, we need to abandon our people. We need to just stop trying to uplift our people. It doesn't matter how much pushback they get. It doesn't matter if from time to time they get a terrorist, they get a killer, a rapist, a thief, a robber. They continue to push forward their agenda and help those who want to be helped. The rest get left behind. That's what we do. We got to help those, continue to help those who want to be helped, who need the assistance. And the rest get left behind. You can't make somebody want more for them. You can't want more for someone than they want for themselves. You can't make somebody get up off their ass and go to the job interview. You can present the opportunity, but they got to do the work. So you can't do the work for the people. You have to present the opportunity. You have to give them the tools to do the work and even be qualified for the work. You can't do it for them. So we got to get out of that mindset of holding folks' hands, especially grown-ass people's hands. Can't do that. So I would say to any of those celebrities out there who might be on the fence, be encouraged, man. That don't even make sense if you think about it. How are you gonna just abandon your people? It don't make sense. It's not even what Nipsey Hussle would want. And I believe that Nipsey Hussle was the blueprint of manhood. So if that's what you aspire to be, if you really cut the nip and it affect you that much, then you continue his work. That dude he's in the low percentile of Black people who would purposely take away a blessing from the Black community. He's not the norm. He is the exception. Yes, there are many more like him, but they are the minority. The people who want it, the people who are progressive, who want more for themselves and their family, the people who want to live in peace and have prosperity. That is the norm. That is the majority. And that's what we have to focus on. The rest, they got to go. And we can't just even allow them to coexist. We got to get rid of their asses. They got to go. Dude should have been gone before he ever thought about shooting Nip. Because from what I understand about him, the word on the streets is that he always been a shitty ass dude. So he should have been gone. That's what I'm saying. We gotta get used to getting rid of those shitty dudes. And we gotta be okay with that. Some of these dudes are our family members and our friends, our longtime friends. So their ass got to go. If you ain't helping, you're hurting. You with us or you're against us? What side are you on? Truly, action speaks louder than words. Who is this? Restrawn, harass. What is that? Man, that's hard. That looks like R-S-R-A-S. Is that an L-T-R-O-N? I don't see how that makes sense. Ras. I'm just gonna say Judah. Appreciate you, man. Zenigma. What's up, Zenigma? Zenigma, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Renetta Kennedy, what's up, Renetta? So that's it, y'all. I would just advise everybody to, don't ever allow fear to rule your spirit. If you live your life like that, you are going to live a very limited life because there's fear all around us. And every time something happens, or every one little thing, something happens, it's not a little thing, but every time something happens and we meet some kind of resistance or whatever, you meet some resistance, and that's all it takes for you to just give up, then that's going to become a way of life for you. And that ain't no way to live. At least that's how I see it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. No more talk.